Hi guys! So I thought I'll do my question and answer video today. I know it's really long overdue, but here goes. So I put up on my Instagram for you guys to ask me questions regarding anything regarding myself or any other questions you had. This was a while ago and I do apologise for the delay, but here goes. I'm just going to go through a few of the questions. Most of them are quite similar, but here goes. Let's begin. Do you do training classes? Yes, I do training classes. I do them they're very limited, so I don't do them all the time. But if you keep an eye out on my social media, I will post up whenever I do have them, but they do tend to get booked up pretty quickly. So I would say if you do want to do it, please keep an eye out. I try and keep my classes very minimal, so girls do tend to learn a lot. So it's just not like a classroom packed with so many girls. So I do try and keep it quite minimal. So they are very limited. Next question. Who's your inspiration and what was your childhood dream? My inspiration has always been my dad. The way he is as a person, the way he conducts himself, he's just my inspiration. I respect everything that he's done, and I just look up to him quite a bit actually. What was your childhood dream? My childhood dream, it was probably to be a doctor. I'm far off that now, but hey, that was my childhood dream. What made you go for hair only? The reason I went for hair only is because I'm really passionate about hair. I love doing hair. I live, breathe, eat hair. I just love doing it. Whereas with makeup, as much as I do love it, I don't think I would be that great at doing it on anyone else, or it's not something that I could naturally do on someone else. Whereas with hair, it comes so naturally to me, I can just easily do it on anyone else. I can look at a style and be like, okay, this is how you take it apart, this is what you do, blah de blah de blah. So with hair, it naturally comes to me. I don't have to force it or anything, it just comes to me. But whereas with makeup, yeah, it's not something that I've had a passion to do. I love doing it myself. I love doing makeup on myself, and I love experimenting with different products and stuff, but I don't think I would take that as a career and do it as a full-time thing or do it on anybody else. So I just love doing hair. It just comes naturally to me. Whereas with makeup, I think I would have to do training or something like that to get into it, but with hair, definitely something that is just, it's just something that I'm so passionate about, and I just love doing it. So yeah. How competitive is the job that you are doing? In terms of hairstyling, it is quite competitive now. There's a lot of people doing it, but to anyone that wants to get into this, don't let competition get the better of you or put you off or anything like that. Just go for it. At the end of the day, if you see people as competition, then you're always going to be, sorry about that. Yeah, well, as I was saying, if you see people as your competition, you tend to start getting a little bit bitter. So I would say don't really focus on your competition and don't really think about it. Just get on with what you're doing and better yourself every single day. I think that's the best thing that you can do as a person or as an individual in this field. Definitely just concentrate on what you're doing and better yourself each day. See yourself as your own competition. What you did yesterday, try and develop on that and try and be better than that, and try and, you know, go one up on that, and, you know, just develop yourself as a person. Forget about anyone else. They're irrelevant. Just do you and be the best that you can be. And if you focus on yourself, you'll better yourself each day. So that's my advice. Who would you say is your strongest competitor? Same thing. I don't really see anyone as my competitor. I kind of just get on with my own thing. And even girls that I speak to, I always say to them, don't worry about other people. Just do your own thing. And if people like you, they'll like you. If they don't, they don't. At the end of the day, everybody's got their own taste. And everyone's got their own style. What you might like, someone else might not. What someone else likes, you'll be like, ooh, what's that? But at the end of the day, everyone's got their own taste. Everyone's got their own style. And everyone should develop their own way of doing things. At the end of the day, we're not all we're not all here to do the same thing. We're not all here to be the same, you know, same way. We're developed to be different, and you should be proud to be different. Try and do different things. Always try and be different to everyone else. Yeah, instead of being the same. Even when I do my training courses, I always tell my girls, you'll develop your own way of doing things. You'll develop your own skills. Even the way I'm teaching you now, you probably won't even do that in the next however long, because you'll develop your own way of doing it to become, so long as the outcome is beautiful, it doesn't matter how you get there. So develop your own way of doing things. Everyone can be different, and you shouldn't see anyone as competition. Just get on with what you're doing. Honestly, that's the best advice that I can give you. Yeah, love your work, sis. Oh, thank you. What's your favorite straightener or curler? My favorite straightener, I had dilemmas with my straightener, so here goes. My favorite straightener was a GHD. I bought literally like 4 or 5 of them. Let me show you actually. Wait, hold on. I've got a whole bag here full of GHD straighteners and curlers I need to return. So let me just show you guys. This isn't a joke. This has been since the past about 6 months or so. So culprit 1 stopped working while I was at a job. Culprit 2 stopped working while I was at a job. Culprit 3 literally just broke. Culprit 4 just broke. The handle literally just snapped off. And culprit 5, it just stopped working. Because I thought, okay, I've got all the fancy ones, let me just get a basic one and see if that works. And that stopped working. So I'm pretty much off GHDs at the moment. But that was my favourite straightener because it's so easy and light to take around with you. But I've now got, let me put this back on. Literally all of these need to go back. So what was I saying? Yeah, so my favourite straightener was the GHD, but I'm put off that now. I just went into Sally's and I got I just asked the lady for a decent straightener. I don't even know what the name is, but it's just any basic straighteners, and it's actually lasted me pretty well, so I can't complain. So that's the straightener I'm using at the moment. So I don't actually have a current favourite one. I still need to find one that I love. But yeah, my favourite curler at the moment is probably my T3 curler. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll see that I always talk about it. I love the T3 micro curler. You can purchase it from the UK, from Space NK, I believe. I don't know if there's anywhere else in the UK that you can get it from, but definitely you can get it from Space NK. That's where I got my one from. I love it. I've got one for my kit and I've got one for myself at home. Love it. It's my favourite curler. It literally heats up so quickly. The curls come out so beautiful. So I would definitely recommend getting the T3 micro curler. Follow them on Instagram. And I'm not being paid to say that. I actually literally love this stuff. Next one. How do you achieve that perfect S-wave? Okay, I get this asked a lot. How do I achieve that perfect S-wave? If anyone doesn't know what S-wave is, it's just that swish. Let me get a picture up for you actually, so you guys can see. It's literally just a swish on the side. Let's see if I can find one. I'm gonna find something, you can't even find it. Alright, so I don't know how well you guys can see in the picture. Focus please. But that will be like what an S-wave is at the front. So it's just swish to the side. What I'll do, guys, is I'll get that asked a lot. It is all in the setting and it's the way you set the hair. and how you place it in sections. But what I'll do is I'll do a tutorial on that for you guys. I'll post that as soon as I do post it. I'll let you guys know. But I'll just do a tutorial. I just think it'll make it easier, and then as you guys can see how I do it. It does take a lot of practice, so do practice. And it needs to be neat. That's one thing I need to stress on. It does need to be neat. When it looks messy, it doesn't look great. Okay. What tip would you give to aspiring people who wish to pursue their dreams like you? Get into it. I didn't get into this intentionally, and I kind of fell into it. I was actually working at my dad's restaurant one day, and somebody said, oh, I really like your hair. I literally just had a puff and a ponytail, and she's like, can I do your hair for you? And look, can I get my hair done by you? And I was like, no. I was working in childcare then. That was my full-time job. And I was like, what? I was like, no. And she's like, no, please, please, please. So I said, okay, I'll do it for you. Give me 20 quid. Literally. Did it for her. And then she recommended to a group of girls, and then they recommended me to different girls. And it was just like recommendation here and there. Just for a good year, I was just doing it here and there. And then a year later, I thought, oh, let me make Facebook. But because I never took pictures of these girls, because I never saw it as a job or anything, I thought, okay, you know what, let me take pictures of myself. Did a few hairdos, because I can do hair on myself, that's not a problem. So I did a few hairdos on myself, put that out on Facebook. And then from there I got quite a lot of clients. I started getting more and more clients. It started getting really busy, but I was still working in childcare full time, so it was just getting too much for me, and I was like, oh my god. And then I made Instagram, and oh my god, it just went crazy. I just got booking after booking after booking. And then what happened after that, then I thought, you know what, it's either one or the other. It's either I do childcare, it's either I did go into doing the hairstyling full time. And then I just plucked up the courage, and I thought, you know what, forget it, and I just quit my job. I thought, let's just get into hair full time. And I've been doing that since. It's been about 3.5 to 4 years now that I've been doing it full time, and I absolutely love it. I do not regret it one bit. So anyone that is looking to do hair or even makeup, just do it. Put your stuff out on Instagram, put your stuff out on social media. There's so much space for everyone. I know everyone's like, oh my god, there's so many makeup artists, blah blah, but there's so much space for everyone. There's so many people out there. Do your thing. If you've got a passion for it, put pictures up. Put pictures on Instagram. Keep your page public. Let everyone see what you're doing. Yeah, keep your stuff up there and just put it out there. At the end of the day, you've got nothing to lose by putting your stuff out there. You're not gonna, it's not costing you anything to put it out there. So definitely just put your stuff out there. If you do seriously want to get into this, get into it. Put it out there. See where it takes you. If it takes you somewhere, then wow. If it doesn't, then it doesn't. There's no harm done. But definitely, I would say just get on with it. Start today. Start now. Literally, just put your stuff up. Do makeup on yourself. Do makeup on your sisters. Do makeup on your cousins. Do makeup on your friends. Whoever you need to do it on. But get your stuff out there. Honestly, that's the best thing that I can say. And if you think, oh, I'm not up to scratch, I need to do this, I need to do that. No, you don't. Get on with it. Do your thing. You don't need to wait for a course. You don't need to wait for this. If you're good at what you do and if you've got that passion within you, you can do it. At the end of the day, nobody was great overnight. It doesn't work like that. It takes time to develop, and it takes time to get that experience in order to be where you want to be. At the end of the day, even now, I'm still working every single day to be like, okay, I don't feel completely happy within myself with the stuff that I do sometimes, because I want to be better. You need to keep bettering yourself. So don't ever think, oh, I'm not good enough or blah blah blah. You are good enough. So just get on with it and do what you got to do. Do it today. Start today and do it. Put your stuff up. And trust me, when you start getting those clients, when you start getting the recognition, you'll be like, you know what, I wish I did it sooner. I really wish I did it sooner. So definitely get yourself out. What are your top styling products to use? My favourite product out of all time, all my clients know this, is the Tresemme Freeze Hold Spray. I literally have stacks and stacks of this. I love it to bits. It's like the best hairspray ever. I don't like using any other one. This is like my favourite one that I use for my clients. Reason being is because it holds curls, it holds updos, it holds everything in place the whole day, so you don't have to worry about it falling out or anything. Literally best hairspray ever, best one ever. Another favorite product of mine, it's not anything specific that I use, but a dry texturizing spray. I love using it just to get a bit more texture in the hair, especially when I'm doing updos or if I'm doing back combing or something like that. Dry texturizing spray is the best thing to use. So yeah, that's another thing. That is definitely my favorite product. Yeah, if you keep watching my videos, you'll see different products that I'll put up, even on my Snapchat, Shamalah hair. That's Shamalah hair. I will put that up. Oh, by the way guys, people get really confused about how to pronounce my name. I know it's spelled Shamalah, but you pronounce it as Shamalah. So that's my name. I do get really weird ones where like people pronounce it really funny, but Shamalah is my name. Yep. Are you self-taught? Do you do your own hair for weddings and parties? Yes, I am self-taught. Everything I've learned, I've just kind of made it up. This is another tip that I would give to everyone. When you're going out, experiment with different stuff, different products, different, you know, just grab them. What I do is, if I see something that I like, I'll take it, I'll use it myself. If I like it, then I'll use it on my clients. And if I don't, I'll just bin it. This, you know, always try out different products, always try out different things. Do you do your own hair for weddings and parties? Yes, I do. Not that I get to attend any or much, because I'm always so busy with work. And when it is wedding season, I'm busy with my brides doing their bridal stuff, and obviously because they're booked so well in advance, it's hard to take time off to go to weddings. But when I do, yes, I do my own hair, along with my sisters and along with my mum. I have 2 sisters, by the way. I do their hair as well, and I do my mum's hair. So yeah, when I do get a chance, I do my own hair. How do you deal with freezes and flyaways, and what would you recommend to your clients to prepare their hair? Okay, so with my clients, I always recommend them to wash their hair the day before. I used to say night before, but then they used to come and sit on my chair with wet hair, and it's just... So, future clients, wash your hair the day before, definitely recommend that. And then when I start the hair, I always prep with a serum or an oil, just to smooth out the hair and stuff. That's what I prepare with. What did you ask again? How do you deal with freezes and flyaways? I tend to use a wax. I make my own wax, because I like the texture of it, because I've not actually found a wax that I like the texture of. But there's so many waxes out there. Definitely use a wax. If you can't find a wax, then get a hairspray. With the spray it and then smooth the hair over. That's the best way to get rid of flyaways. So yeah, definitely recommend that. Is there anything else you do apart from being a brilliant hairstylist? Thanks. No, this is all I do. It's my full-time job. Live, breathe, hairstyling completely. Yep, it's been my full-time job for like 3.5, 4 years now. So what would it take for you to have a workshop in New York? Ooh, I would love to do that. I would love to come to New York one day. Maybe one day. We'll see what happens. How did you develop over time, and how do you ensure you remain current? How did you get that perfect glossy finish, and what practical, not theoretical, advice would you give to aspiring stylists? How did I develop over time? I just kept practicing. I kept practicing on myself, I kept practicing on my sisters. The more clients I would get, the better I would get at it. Like, even if I had a client, I would just experiment with a different style that I wanted to do. You do get clients that just like do what you want to do, and obviously that's the opportunity to do experiment and, you know, try out different things. So definitely the way you develop over time is experience. The more experience you get, the better you get at it. So I would highly recommend you to keep practicing. This is why I always stress to girls, especially when they're starting out, the more practice you get, the better you get at it. So the more experience, the better you will get at it. How do you remain current? The best way to remain current is by always doing different style, always switching it up, and always what's the word, challenging yourself. If you keep challenging yourself, you'll always try and do different things. Always try and put different styles into your work. Try not to stay with the same thing. Even if girls are like, oh, I want to do this, try and suggest a different stuff to them. That's the best way to stay current, because if you just let them do whatever, if you just let your clients be like, oh, I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this, everyone's going to want the same thing. So you've kind of got to recommend, like, oh, why don't we do this, or let me just do this, or let me do that. So yeah, that's the best way to remain current, is keep doing different things. How do you get that perfect glossy finish? I always finish my hairstyling with a shine spray. The best one that I use at the moment is the bedhead one. Absolutely love it. But I don't know if you can read that. This is like the best shine spray there is. Another one that's actually equally good, and if you don't want to spend that much on a shine spray, is the Got To Be Shine one. It's like an orange colour bottle. That's really good as well. I'll give that to my students. That one is really good. I just finish it off with a shine spray just to give that extra whoop, and it looks amazing. Honestly, try it out. What practical, not theoretical, advice would you give to aspiring hairstylists? Just keep practicing. Keep practicing on what you do. And keep using different tools, try out different products, you know, try and keep experimenting with different stuff. Don't stick with the same old things. Don't be like, oh, that person does this, so I want to do that. No, do your own thing. Experiment, and there's no right or wrong way of doing something. So just do it however you want to do it, and do it however you think looks best. Okay. What's your favourite curling wonton to you? Oh, I think I've mentioned that. Also, how do you get the perfect S wave? I will do the video for that. At what age did you start doing hair? I started doing it, I think I was like 20, I think 20. I think I was 20 years old when I first started. 25 now. Yeah, about 20 years old, I think, or 19. I don't know. One of those ages. Yeah, so I've been doing it quite a while now. How do you tackle women who have less or thin hair? Oh my god, I get asked this question all the time. What I'll do, girls, I'll do a separate video on how to tackle thin hair, or girls with fine hair. It's not end of the world, just because you've got thin hair. I know a lot of hairstylists struggle to work with thin hair, but it's so easy to work with. Obviously you can't do all the styles, but there's so many styles that you can do that work so effectively. So I will do a video on it, and I will show you girls how to tackle thin hair, what products to use that are good for thin hair. There's so much out there for girls with thin hair that have really fine hair. I know sometimes it's genetic, so there's nothing you can do to help it, but I'll show you girls. I'll do a video on how to tackle thin hair, and how to do styling on thin hair, and what products to use. So just keep an eye on that. I will do that as soon as I can, and as soon as I get a chance. That's the end of the questions. I hope that was informative for you girls. If you do have any more questions, honestly, don't hesitate to ask me. Either drop me an email, or drop me a text, or even just write on my Instagram. If you haven't followed my Instagram, follow my Instagram, Shamalah Hairstylist. Yeah. If you haven't followed my Snap, follow me on Snap, Shamalah Hair. And subscribe and like and comment on my video. I will be doing more videos. I know I'm so... what's the word? Slow. I'm so slow on doing these videos, but I will do them. I promise you guys. I will be doing more videos. I'll be uploading more stuff. Honestly, guys, if you have any more questions, or if you want to ask me anything, just drop me the email or write on my Instagram page, and I will answer all these questions as soon as I can. So yeah, thank you girls for asking all the questions. I really do appreciate it. And I hope this video was informative. So yeah, peace.